Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the second part of the chapter Economic Development, chapter number 15. Now, as I said, some of us has done this chapter earlier, then you can revise it again. So, yesterday we finished on the features of developing economy. Now comes economic and non-economic activities. What is meant by economic activity? Any activity which is done either for spending or for earning of money or for exchange of service or anything. कुछ भी लेने या देने के इंटेंशन से जो चीज़ की जाती है that is called economic activity. The definition of economic activity is given over here. Economic activity means earning or spending money for the exchange of commodities or services. For example, activities of a farmer, an artisan, a businessman, a teacher, etc. are included in economic activity. सेकेंड कम्स नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी. कोई भी एक्टिविटी जो सिर्फ सेवा के इंटेंशन से की जाती है, किसी को हेल्प करने के इंटेंशन से की जाती है एंड विथ नो इंटेंशन ऑफ गेटिंग समथिंग इन रिटर्न, दैट इज कॉल्ड नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी. Activities that are not aimed at obtaining income or reciprocate something indirectly are called non-economic activities. For example, nurturing of a child by a mother. Activities of a social service done by a social worker, etc. can be identified as non-economic activity. Yes, do any of our parent take anything in return from us कि भाई हम लोग आपका ध्यान रखते, आपका काम करते या whatever, then you have to pay me this much for a month? No, they don't. So it is called a non-economic activities. Activities done by social workers. There are a number of social workers NGOs in India and in the world. They work only to help the people. So that is called non-economic activity. So economic and non-economic activities, and in that comes structure of Indian economy. Various occupation economic activities are classified in three sections. See, economic activities के three parts होते हैं, that is primary sector, secondary sector and service sector. This classification of economic activities are recognized as commercial structure. All the three sections and activities included in them are discussed as follows. See now, कोई भी स्ट्रक्चर तो सभी कंट्री में होता है, वेदर इट इज़ इंडिया, वेदर इट इज़ ब्राज़ील, वेदर इट इज़ अमेरिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कौन सी भी कंट्री हो, एवरी कंट्री हैज़ अ इकोनॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर, but the proportion differ. Which country has more primary sector, which country has more secondary sector and which country has more service sector. इस पर कंट्री डिफ़र करती है. मोस्टली प्राइमरी सेक्टर कौन से कंट्री में आपको ज़्यादा मिलेंगे? कोई भी डेवलपिंग कंट्री हो उसमें आपको प्राइमरी सेक्टर सबसे ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. दे आर द ग्रोइंग कंट्रीज, सो ऑब्वियसली दे विल गो विथ प्राइमरी सेक्टर्स एंड एज दे गो ऑन अर्निंग, उनकी जब अर्निंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ जाती है, देन दे कम ऑन द स्टेज ऑफ secondary sector, that is making of that. Secondary sector is also called industrial sector, so makings of machinery and all these things. Yes, primary sector, the part of primary sector is agriculture and agriculture related activities such as cattle rearing, cattle breeding, fishing, poultry farm, collection of forest product, mining of raw material, etc. are included in primary sector section. Yes, agriculture, we all know that this is a basic primary activity. See now, agriculture, growing of crop or cereals or pulses, anything is a primary sector section. Fine. Then as I told you the example that if you are growing wheat, then it comes in primary sector. बाद में जिसने वो फ्लोर मिल बनाई होगी, फ्लोर मिल का जो मशीन बनाया है, फ्लोर मिल इज़ अ प्लेस, एंड जो मशीनरी बनाई है गेहूँ को पीसने का, that machinery comes in secondary sector because without that you cannot get flour. So that machine is a secondary sector. And what is service sector? When you get flour and the people who sell that flour will come in service sector or tertiary sector section. Fine. So fishing, poultry farm, collection of forest product, mining of raw material. Yes, obviously mining of raw material is a primary sector. Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, these are developed countries. You can argue with me that ये तो developed countries है, पर इसमें तो yes, they are developed countries. उनका basic earning sector है mining of mineral oil from their land. Fine. They are doing primary sector, but उनके पास उससे बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे आते हैं और वो पैसे they can invest in some other things. So then they comes in developed countries. Fine. Yes, Now we'll see about secondary sector. Small and large scale industries, factories, construction, electricity, gas and water supply are included in this section. This section is also acknowledged as industry which includes production from small pen to gigantic machine. सेकेंडरी सेक्टर को इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर भी कहते हैं. वाई? बिकॉज इट इज़ अ मीडिएटर. बेसिक प्रोडक्ट जो हमारे पास आती है उसको टर्न करना, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म करने का काम कौन करता है? सेकेंडरी सेक्टर करता है. कॉटन इज़ अ प्राइमरी सेक्टर. कॉटन जो उगाते हैं फार्मर्स, दे कम्स इन प्राइमरी सेक्टर. और जो रेडीमेड कपड़ा बेचते हैं दे कम्स इन टर्शियरी सेक्टर. बट कॉटन से लेके रेडीमेड कपड़ा बनने तक का जो प्रोसेस है वो कौन करता है? That is done by the secondary sector. That is done by the machines. So that will come in secondary sector. Factories, then construction. Yes, you will not get the house ऐसे कैसे ready नहीं होता है. For making of a house, you have to take out, you have to get cement, you have to get that मिट्टी लेनी पड़ती है, you have to take water, number of things. Then there are person who mix all these things and get it into a form. So that process, construction process comes in secondary sector, while when the house is ready and it is ready to be sold, then it comes in third sector. So all these are the secondary sector work. Yes, now comes third, that is service sector. Different types of services are included in this section. Service like trade, communication, airway, waterway, education, health, banking and insurance, tourism and industry are included in this sector. Normally the primary sector dominates over the developing countries. Yes, as I said, developing countries में सबसे ज़्यादा primary sector ही आपको मिलेगा. Primary sector contributes the most in employment generation and national income. However, as there is rise in economic development, significance of primary sector decrease in comparison to secondary and service sector. As I said, as you will go on earning more, then the importance of primary sector in your country will get reduced. Then you will come to industrial sector and service sector. And the importance of industrial sector and service sector increases. Obviously, the importance of this sector increases because you are having more money and you are able to invest in number of industries. Then you comes in a second stage, that is called secondary sector. And what is service sector? जहाँ पे हम सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं. सो कम्युनिकेशन, एयरवे, वाटरवे. सी एयरवे ये सर्विस है एक इंसान को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पे पहुँचाने का. सो एरोप्लेन के लिए जो मिनरल्स चाहिए, जो मटेरियल चाहिए, जो जहाँ से मिलता है, दैट इज़ प्राइमरी सेक्टर. मेकिंग ऑफ एरोप्लेन इज़ अ सेकेंडरी सेक्टर. एंड व्हेन दैट एरोप्लेन टेक अ पर्सन फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर, that field is called tertiary or service sector. Yes. Now comes factors of production. See, for making of anything, for producing anything, you require these factors of production. Without the absence of any of this one thing, the final product you won't get. So production is done with the help of natural resources and labor. Different types of tools are used in production. These factors are divided into four parts, that is land, capital, labor and entrepreneurship. First is land. See, normally हम लोग का land का मतलब क्या होता है कि कोई भी ज़मीन है ना. But in economics, land does not mean that a portion of land on the earth. No. In economic sense, in normal sense, land is upper layer of the surface of the earth. But in terms of economics, land means different type of natural resources which include forest, rivers, minerals, mountains, in the interior, minerals in the interior of the earth, metals, etc. present on the earth's surface. Thus, land is a natural tool for production. Keep in mind, land is a natural tool of production. कोई भी natural thing जो सबसे primary चीज़ है जिसको हम modify करते हैं, that is termed as land. Without raw material, you cannot make a finished good. चाहे एक finished good के लिए काफ़ी सारी, for example, if I talk about a bench, fine. एक बेंच के लिए यू नीड वुड, बेंच का सरफेस बनाने के लिए, देन यू नीड आयरन, देन यू नीड बोल्ट. सो आयरन और वुड मिलना, दैट इज़ अ प्राइमरी सेक्टर. जो इसको बनाता है, जो इसको बेंच का फॉर्म देता है, दैट कम्स इन सेकेंडरी सेक्टर. एंड व्हेन इट इज़ गिवन इन स्कूल फॉर टू यूजर्स, देन इट कम्स इन थर्ड सेक्टर. सो फर्स्ट इज लैंड विच इज़ अ नेचुरल टूल ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, वो नेचुरली मिलता है, वुड हमें नेचुरली मिलेगा, आयरन हमको नेचुरली ही मिलता है। सेकेंड कम्स कैपिटल, man-made instrument helpful in production process such as instrument, tools, houses, etc. are included in capital, property, assets and investment. Yes, if you are planning to do something, the most thing you require is paisa. Without money you are not able to do anything. Now starting from purchasing of raw material to giving salary to the laborers, everything requires money. So there must be capital in your hand to do something. So capital in short means मनी, जहाँ पे हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं। थर्ड इज़ लेबर, येस, नाउ यू आर हैविंग रॉ मटेरियल, यू आर हैविंग कैपिटल, पैसा है आपके पास, पैसों से आपने रॉ मटेरियल खरीद लिया, बट उस रॉ मटेरियल को उस पर काम करेगा कौन? दैट वन पर्सन इज़ लेबर। सी लेबर मतलब मजदूर नहीं होता, लेबर मतलब एनी पर्सन हु इज़ वर्किंग फॉर डूइंग समथिंग, फॉर हु इज़ वर्किंग फॉर मेकिंग, हु इज़ वर्किंग इन दिस प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस इज़ कॉल्ड लेबर। Labor means a mental or a physical work done with the aim to obtain monetary gain. पैसे मिलने की इंटेंशन से हम जो भी काम करते हैं, that is termed as labor. Labor is a living factor of production. Keep in mind, labor is a living factor of production while land is a natural tool for production. Work of a farm labor, workers, teachers, doctors, artisans is called labor. Then comes entrepreneurship. A person who effectively combines the three factors of production, that is land, capital, labor, is called entrepreneur. The process of coordinating three of them in profit-making process is called entrepreneurship. Yes. Now there should be one person who is ready to take risk, जो रिस्क लेता है, जो इन तीनों को कलेक्ट करता है और अपना बिजनेस करता है, जिससे वो मॉनिटरी गेन करता है, एंड देन ही कैन गिव दैट मॉनिटरी गेन, ही कैन डिस्ट्रीब्यूट दैट मॉनिटरी गेन्स अमंग लेबरर्स, and he can invest that money in more in more machinery. So a person who collects these three is called entrepreneurship, and the process done by is called entrepreneur, and the process done by him is called entrepreneurship. Yes, now comes distribution of factors of production. See, factors of production तो मिल गए, but how you will distribute it? There are 3 points given over here for the distribution of factors of production. We'll start with it. First is human wants are unlimited but resources to fulfill them are limited. Obviously हमारी wants बहुत ज़्यादा है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा है, पर हमारे पास resources जो उसको fulfill कर सके वो बहुत कम है. If every person in the world asks for everything, then it is not possible because इतनी ज़्यादा proportion में production है होता ही नहीं है. No nation of the world has resources in unlimited quantity. No, we don't have unlimited quantity. कोई country के पास कोई चीज़ है, कोई country के पास कोई और चीज़ है. So we don't have everything. No country in the world has every resource in its own country. There will always be scarcity of factors of production, such as a result, every country faces problems related to allocation of resources. Many questions arise such as when, why and how such quantity of limited resources can be used. अब इसको यूज़ कैसे करें? So first is unlimited wants. Human wants are unlimited and uncountable, so many wants originate from one single want. Many requirements are to be fulfilled again and again, while many wants arise because of development of science and technology. Yes, many requirements are to be fulfilled again and again. You can say it, food, एक बार खा लिया तो चल जाता है 8 दिन तक? नहीं. It is a want which will be required again and again. Then you can say, if you are a student, then you can say books. एक बार book fill up कर दे, then is it possible if you are writing with pen to erase it and again write it? No. Once it is fulfilled, then you have to purchase a next book. So many wants arise again and again. Well, many wants arise because of the development of science and technology. अब science and technology की वजह से कई wants arise होती है. See, for example, you can say mobile. Mobile is a want because of the development in science and technology. You can say AC. आज most of the girls में AC, not most of the, many of the houses have ACs. एक्सट्रीम हीट की वजह से हीट अनटॉलरेबल हो जाती है, तो लोग उस अनटॉलरेंस को किससे सेटिस्फाई करते हैं? बाय परचेसिंग AC. So it is the development of science and technology. You can also say water purifier. बहुत ख़राब पानी आता है, पानी पीने से हम बीमार हो सकते हैं, तो उससे अच्छा है कि हम घर में फ़िल्टर लगा लें. So that is also development of science and technology. Thus, because of many reasons, wants become unlimited. So in order to fulfill the want, one has to make selection among the wants. Yes. Now in your house, it is every want is necessary. घर में फ़िल्टर होना भी ज़रूरी है. घर में बहुत गर्मी हो रही है तो AC भी खरीदना ज़रूरी हो गया है. खाना तो रोज़ का होता है एंड इवन पैदल चल के जाना पड़ता है या यू हैव टू पे मच फॉर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, then it is necessary to purchase a two-wheeler. So you cannot purchase all these things at a time. It is not possible कि मैं ये भी ले लूँ, ये भी ले लूँ, ये भी ले लूँ. हाँ, किसी के लिए पॉसिबल होता है, बस सबके लिए नहीं होता है. Then you have to make a choice which is most necessary for me. You will give first preference to that thing. Once it is fulfilled, then you will come to next. So wants are unlimited. Second comes important order in terms of necessity. So, as the resources to satisfy wants are unlimited, individual has to decide which want is more important. I said you in that only. You have to select which want is more important to you and you have to go for it. He has to satisfy his requirement in order of priority. जो सबसे ज़्यादा है पहले उसको fulfill करो, then comes next and then comes next. Whichever requirement is more important, that has to be satisfied earlier and later on the others. Then comes limited resources. Yes. Factors of production mainly include natural wealth and man-made wealth. All these tools are limited. So they are to be utilized judiciously. Anything, it is not an excess with anyone. और जनरली हमारे पास तो नहीं होता है. सो यू हैव टू यूटिलाइज थिंकिंगली कि मैं कैसे इसको यूज़ करूँ कि मैं इसको पूरे महीने तक या पूरे साल तक चला सकूँ. जब होता है कि बहुत चीज़ें कम हो जाती है तो हम सोचेंगे कि इतने से भी चल जाता है. व्हेन स्कैरसिटी ऑफ वाटर, फॉर एग्जांपल स्कैरसिटी ऑफ वाटर इन मानसून सीजन, वी मोस्टली डोंट हैव एनी स्कैरसिटी ऑफ वाटर. हम आराम से पानी यूज़ करते हैं. बट ड्यूरिंग समर्स म्यूनसिपालिटी से पानी ही कम आता है. सो एट दैट टाइम हमारा माइंड अपने आप से काम करने लगता है कि पानी कम वेस्ट करना है. पानी वेस्ट करेंगे तो पानी ख़त्म हो जाएगा. देन व्हाट विल डू? So that is using a thing judiciously. Distribution of tool has to be done keeping selected want in center. Distribution ऐसे करो कि selected want को आप सबसे पहले प्रेफरेंस दो, उसको सेंटर में रखो. अगर यहाँ पे नहीं यूज़ किया तो चलेगा, इससे कुछ फ़र्क पड़ेगा नहीं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल in the month, starting of the month, you are having your pocket money, full pocket money, so you can use it anyhow you want. But and on 25, 26 थोड़े पैसे कम हो गए हैं या एकदम लिमिटेड हो गए हैं. Then you will think कि मैं इसको कहाँ पे यूज़ करूँ कि मेरा पूरा महीना अच्छे से निकल जाए. So that is limited resources. Then comes alternative use of resources. Resources to satisfy demand are limited. Not only this, they have alternative use also. When any tool of production may be utilized in more than one way, it means that the tool has multiple uses. Of course, when any tool can be utilized in more than one way, it means that it has multiple uses. So it may be said that this uses is alternative. For example, if wheat is sown in a land, bajra, maize, groundnut or any other yield cannot be cultivated. Other uses of the land has been stopped. So alternative use of resources. आपके पास रिसोर्स अभी कौन सा है? लैंड इज़ योर रिसोर्स. अब आप इस लैंड में चाहे व्हीट उगाओ या ग्राउंडनट उगाओ या कैस्टर सीड्स उगाओ, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू कि आपकी प्रेफरेंस पर डिपेंड करता है कि आप किस पर जाना चाहते हैं. So that is called alternative use of resources. Thus, in the above mentioned condition, distribution of factor of production is done in such a way that they satisfy the maximum possible demands. So, we'll stop over here today. A small part, that is system, various type of system working in the market, we'll do it later. It's not a big part, but it will require time to understand you, to make you understand. So we are stopping over here with the allocation distribution of factors of production. So today we have seen economic and non-economic activity, factors of production and distribution of factors of production. Hope you will learn and understand it. Thank you.